Uh,
So we're streaming live. If you guys want to be quiet for a second.
yeah, who do you got back there?
My sweetie and her friend who's over visiting, and my friend as well. So hey, let's see. Oh, she's got wine. It's trouble all the right ways. Okay. So hey there, people on the internet. Sorry about that. We've been trying to get this thing figured out, and I kind of. Anyways, right now we're gonna get the show started once again. It is a quarter to eight, so only 45 minutes late. We'll learn technology for the future at some point. Anyways, this is starting off with Geoff Berner, Carolyn Marks, and Kris Demeanor, an amazing live show that is starting a little later than planned. But hey, technology will not fail us now. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm here. Should I play now? I think I will play now. This is I played. It's a Carolyn Mark song about a faraway, exotic place called Edmonton, and the song is called Edmonton. It's has many levels of nostalgia to it at this moment, as you will see. Hey, do you remember me? Oh yes, we've met before. I used to know the drummer who's not with you anymore. I saw you play at the railway club before anyone knew who you were. I was your opening act in Edmonton, but I left before you played. Everyone said it was really good, and I wish now that I had stayed. But I left with Suzanne to another bar. She totally lied about how far it was away from where we were. Well, she had a crush on some guy there. She was all batting her eyes and poofing her hair, buying me shots, so I didn't care. Anyway, do you remember me? My roommate's got your record. I really like that third song, but you don't play it anymore. But I saw you play it on TV, so now the world knows who you are. I was your opening act in Edmonton, but I left before you played. Everyone said it was really good, and I wish now that I had stayed. And we missed you again in Oregon. The border guards wouldn't let us in, 'cause we were shabby and Canadian and infectious. I said, your borders mean nothing, I'm following my heart. He said, get out of here, punk, or I'll impound your car. So he played you on the jukebox at the nearest bar. Sounded like this, a little bit. Anyway, do you remember me? Oh yes, we've met before. I'd like to ride your coattails, or just nail them to the floor. But your handlers and your people, they just keep moving me along. like they think I'm gonna hurt you, like all those girls in all your songs. I was your opening act in Edmonton, but I left before you played. Everyone said it was really good, and I wish now I had stayed. But I left with Suzanne to another bar. She totally lied about how far, and I forgot to get paid and my guitar. Well, anyway, do you remember me? Will you let me? Will you let me? Will you let me in for free? How'd it go?
Ooh, I'm just trying to find the link for my mother because she would wanted to hear that. But I'm slow. So here we go. I'm sending it to her now.
Your turn to play a song. It's your turn.
Oh, you can turn that down. Oh, fuck. Hi, we're having some latency issues with the people watching in the backyard and the live performance. Kris Demeanor is 12 feet away from me and he's closing the drapes.
Closing the drapes.
Yes.
We all gotta do these times.
I'm just going to close the door also.
Drapes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Close the drapes and flatten the curve.
I feel a little guilty that Kris and I are here together. Where's the guitar? Can you pass me the guitar? And you are alone in your attic.
Yeah,
But
I've waited my whole life for this. It's all right.
please. And then anyway, and then I had something to say. It's all. There's been a lot of. Oh yeah, we were talking about like I just realized this would be to be in our 6th three-way tour, our 6th anniversary, and once the touching and the hugging and the heavy breathing on each other's removed, it's just all technical difficulties and mediocre music. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Talking about.
And I can only say that because you played my song. If you had played it in Ridge, I would have not said that joke.
Okay.
Right?
I won't say, but I thought that it was a brilliant song. That's why I learned all those pesky words.
I like your version of it a lot. And you're right, it is very nostalgic to think about touring and ambition and getting laid and it's just it's all of those things are just but a distant memory. Especially for you. Well, is it my go?
Yes.
Is it my go? Okay, I'm gonna play a song. It was written, before COVID was cool, but it's sort of strangely prescient. It's called Alone Together. Okay, here we go. Down on one knee, but you fell so hard. You got told to try being alone, barely counted to 3 before you turned to me and said, do you want to be alone together? Divided we stand. Alone together, let's not break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's not break up the band. Break up the band. Break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's not break up the band. Do you wanna be alone together with me? You and me, we got a long history of late nights, grapevines, morning glory. Rather be alone by myself, rather be alone with you than someone else. Yes, I wanna be alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's break up the band. Break up the band, break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's break up the band. Do you wanna be alone together with me? Just one question I better ask you. Just one question I better ask you. Would I be alone together with other people too? Ooh, ooh, take it away. Woo. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's not break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's break up the band. Break up the band, break up the band. Alone together, divided we stand. Alone together, let's not break up the band. Break up the band, break up the band. Alone together, alone together. Alone together, sing along. Alone together, oh, alone together. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Geoff Berner. You're the only person I can see, so it's wonderful. It's the way I've always wanted it. So I'm gonna move out of this area and welcome Kris Demeanor to our humble stage. We're going counter. You get. Oh, you left him. Oops, okay. Sorry. Sorry, thank you.
Jeez. All right. Oh God. So last year, I tried rushing out to the coast from Calgary because I desperately wanted to have a wine with you and Jody from Kitty and the Rooster in Vancouver. I was trying to make it from Calgary to Vancouver in one day, but the cheesies all ran out and the Esso coffee ran out, and I'd already listened to the CCR CD that I had.
Jesus.
So I decided to stop in the lovely town of Hope, known mostly for being the place where First Blood was shot. And I had a beautiful night in a suite before embarking on last year's May 3-way, and this is the song I wrote about that night. It's called Hope. Here we go. Ooh, I didn't stop maybe as much. Here we go. Well, those golden curtains are as soft as they seem, and that full wall photograph of Tenerife makes it feel like a holiday in Tenerife, and the king-size bed. Well, now we're talking. The headboard could make a large man's coffin. Hope I only met you, but something tells me I won't forget you. Hope I guess I better go. At least we had one night together. Hope don't go changing. Keep on being a configuration of weird motels for guys like me who aren't quite ready to face the city. The manager's out back, covered in tattoos by a charcoal fire, cooking chicken stew skewers that his mom brought out. In shiny red pajamas, he puts down his phone and goes back to stoking while two guys fifth bump an old man smoking. Oh, I only met you, but something tells me I won't forget you. Oh, guess I better go. At least we had one night together. Oh, don't go changing. Keep on being the configuration of weird motels for guys like me who aren't quite ready to face the city. Oh, don't let it bring you down when the guidebook says Commuter Town. If there was justice and all were equal, smallpox would claim 2/3 of the people. Ho! 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 Well, I went across the street and bought Chinese special chow mein and chicken with black beans. Took off my pants and scrolled that cable TV, cracked a beer and read my fortune. Play it safe this month and it will be a great one. Oh, don't coach Cajun. Keep on being a configuration of weird motels for guys like me who aren't quite ready to face the city. I only met you, but something tells me I won't forget you. Oh, oh, oh. All right, back to you, Geoff.
Hey, that was good.
Memories. I'm wearing my socks again.
It's nice. I love the wine socks. I love the wine socks.
Wearing my Campeau Viejo socks. What are you gonna play next?
Geez, I hadn't thought of it, but I guess I'll just play something. You know, I guess now we went from Edmonton, and then we were alone, and then we were in Hope, so
Yes.
I guess we should be getting to the coast pretty soon. So I guess I'll play a Vancouver song, because I've been spending a lot of time in Vancouver. It's a wild town. Like this is the longest I've spent in Vancouver, like in my whole life, I think.
One little part of Vancouver too, hey?
Yeah, well, you know, I could get around. You know,
Yeah.
do some. We're doing a lot of burglary these days, like because to keep busy. You know, so we do
Right.
a lot of different places in the city for that.
That's one of the burgles when everyone's at home.
Yeah.
I like to break in and just lick all their things and leave.
No, it's just not. That's a good choice. But I just look for the empty houses and just grab a few things. Just. So I'm gonna sing another nostalgia song about when people could afford rent in Vancouver, but Airbnb is crashing. So suddenly the rents are actually they stopped rising and they're starting to go down. It's neat. So maybe this song will be au courant again. It's called "That's What Keeps the Rent Down," baby.
Woo! Oh, Corona!
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Please don't mind the screaming of the man in the alley on the small of his back. The policeman's knee is kneeling. I'll tell you an open secret, child. Not everyone is knowing. If that little man ever left this place, you and I would soon be going. 'Cause that's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's what keeps the rent down low. That's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's that's what keeps the rent down low. Your daddy ain't rich, he's a music man. Your mother, she's a painter. We took over the lease of this old house from those whose hearts are fainter. 'Cause we don't mind the painted ladies with their weeping sores all swollen. We don't mind that everyone we know has had their stereo stolen. 'Cause that's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's what keeps the rent down low. That's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's what keeps the rent down low. One fine morning you wake up to bulldozers and renovation. 'Cause folks like your mom and dad are just the shock troops of gentrification. For the single young professionals who find this neighborhood hip and charming. But if they heard about the lady who got chopped up in the alley, they'd probably find that alarming. And that's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's what keeps the rent down low. That's what keeps the rent down, baby. That's what keeps the rent down low. That's what keeps the rent down low. That's what keeps the rent down low. Yay!
Yeah.
I was just reading this book while you were playing. It was on the shelf.
I've heard it's I've seen mixed reviews for that book.
It's a real page turner. I couldn't wait to get to the end.
Yeah,
Real book burner.
I can imagine.
Okay, so it's my go, yes? You sounded a great choice of song. Because, you know, there's nothing like a global pandemic to do something to the rent prices. Because you're like, yeah, I think he's got a touch of the cove, but he's got the dough, so I don't know. Like, what's the guy to do? You got to keep these places filled, right? Am I right? Kris, can I use some?
Right.
Can you sanitize that guitar pick and bring it right over? Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. All right. My next song, I had a list. Here it is. Oh, here it is, nice. It's called Alibi. It's in the key of A for alibi. Okay, fourth fret, here we go. You never go out, so how could you possibly vouch for my whereabouts? 'Cause they just say you lie when nobody knows your alibi. They just say you lie when nobody knows your alibi. In my defense, I get around. If I wasn't there, I was somewhere else. They just say you lie when nobody knows your alibi. They just say you lie when nobody knows your alibi. Let's do a little loopy, here we go. knows your alibi. They just say you lie when nobody knows your alibi. Let's have a little solo. Here we go. I was really looking forward to three of us singing harmonies on this tour for this song. Especially Geoff when he makes his angelic harmony singing mouth. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Alright. Here's a little bridge. There'd definitely be Oz in this bridge, Geoff. LA yesterday, Ontario tomorrow. Search my history for an identity I can borrow. Easton. Alright. I probably had a good time at the scene of the crime, but nobody was probably there to look me in the eye. So they'll just say I lied. 'Cause they just say you lied when nobody knows your alibi. One more time. They just say you lied when nobody knows your alibi. Here, little sword. Et voilà. Et puis la dernière personne est Kris Demeanor.
Well, one of the things that none of us are having to worry about right now is Fliegskam.
What's that?
Fliegskam
Was ist
is
das?
flight shame. The shame one feels. It's been popularized in the Thunberg era. It's the guilt one feels for the carbon output of flying. But this is something we don't have to think so much about right now. So there's one layer of shame we can perhaps put aside for a moment.
All right.
But next time we do fly, I always have wine when I fly, just in case, you know, while I scope the seats around me for someone to kiss. I know you said better chance cutting your artery shaving. I thought, yeah, wine while I'm shaving. Always have wine when you fly. Always have wine when you fly. Going down, I salute you. There's always something to say goodbye to. There's always something to say goodbye to. Why not be ready? Well, I didn't mean us, you silly goose. The goose will stay with its mate when the mate's wing is broken. Text me when you've landed in London. Always have wine when you fly. Always have wine when you fly. Going down, I salute you. There's always something to say goodbye to. spring from on the moor is dry. The motorbikes riding the riverbed echoing. What is that? Is that a bat flying a straight line? I fly, everyone flies, and the young they long to fall in love. Always have wine when you fly. Always have wine when you fly. Going down, I salute you. There's always something to say goodbye to.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yay.
Kind of
Right on.
sad though. It's kind of melancholy. So I'm just gonna take it all the way down.
Take it all the way down. Take it all the way down.
But you can't really go do that. Like you need a Kris Demeanor song to go. So Carolyn, you gotta get a peppy, happy song ready for after, because I'm gonna play another Kris Demeanor song.
Are you foolishly attempting to tell me what to do again?
Yeah, I said I was never gonna do that again.
This happens on the road once every year. One time.
I understand it's the first night of our tour this year, and it always takes a little bit of time for you to recalibrate. So anyway, I'm getting into your time. Sorry.
Sick. I think it must be the illness that's doing that. Okay. He came to the door with a folder of prints, familiar cliches, traditional motifs. He said, I've got to do the feathers and the wolves for the money. People eat those up, but I've got some here that come from my own life. A rusted car, a school fight, got my girlfriend deposed for 3 days. It's called Patience, after the Guns N' Roses song. This one is called Want You. Neil Stonechild was frozen on the edge of Saskatoon 12 years ago, and now the body and the case have been exhumed. It's come to light that in the dead of winter nights, cold and remote, Saskatoon police have taken men on one-way ride. Police chief quote, "It's happened more than once, we fully admit that. On behalf of the department, I want to apologize. We must take ownership of the things that have transpired." Neil was 17 in a group home for B&E, was in AA, but had been drinking on the night that he and Jason knocked on doors, rang some bells, looking for a friend. The cops were called, the boys split up. 15 minutes later, Jason saw Neil handcuffed and bleeding in the back of the cruiser, screaming, looking scared. "Help me, they're gonna kill me. Want you." Neil's body was discovered 5 days later on the outskirts. Jason gave 2 statements to police, but they weren't taken. The death deemed accidental, the official version being that Neil Stonechild was on his way to turning himself in to an adult penitentiary at minus 28 degrees with one shoe. Well, an inquiry was launched 12 years later after Rodney Nastis froze to death, and Lawrence Wegner froze to death, and Lloyd Dustyorn froze to death, and Daryl Knight almost did but lived to prove abduction and abandonment were common practice. Still, the original case files concerning Neil were somehow lost in renovations. RCMP investigations failed to find evidence for prosecution, so in a cloud of suspicion, the hearings start October. Neil's mother just wants closure. Want you. Neil Stonechild was a painter and a wrestler, and I think he would have liked this one. Must have lost it running. Should have tied the laces. It symbolizes something. Mistakes, empty spaces, getting chased. One shoe. One shoe. One shoe.
Woo! That was a real tearjerker, but so I busied myself with reading this other book I found on the shelf.
What kind of jerker is that?
Yes. I'll just put it on top of your book over here. I think they're the same genre. Just a second, I've lost my guitar. 1 second.
I think that book sold exactly 1 million times as many copies as mine did.
Well, I don't know if you could put in any more sex scenes, but her book definitely had more spelling mistakes and product placement. So I don't know, maybe it's just the way of the future.
I'll definitely take some notes for the third book about that.
Yeah, maybe like can you like make it about like a child that's kind of like feels like they're in the wrong family, but then like they know they have a special power, and then like a magical wizard comes and tells them so, and then they save the world. Maybe like that kind of a plot.
Whoa, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I never thought of telling a story like that. Jeez.
Nor I, but maybe that's what the world wants. So I've written for my next song. I think I've written the perfect. No, I haven't. It's about my own stupid life. Woo! Because earlier this year, about a month ago, my mother, that whore, made me do my taxes. I'm so mad. So mad.
How many years of taxes?
10 years. And I got to relive all these memories. I had to write down every gig, and it was very emotional, surprisingly emotional, and anyway.
Did you get the serve because of it randomly?
I fucking did, yeah.
Woohoo!
So I'm like, I'm buying like the second cheapest box of wine, not the cheapest box of wine, like second cheapest, because that fucking Sola Nero, I think it might kill me. I had to move up to like Peller Estates. I'm just saying. Okay, so this song is called Death and Taxes. All right. I can't see Geoff anymore. I just see Eli's empty record collection, but empty seat and record collection, but it's only the spines and I can't see. But anyway, okay, there we go. It's okay. I like seeing Geoff's face because he was making faces and stuff. Not that I don't like seeing your face. It just changed. I don't know if that's a problem. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going with my new hit song. Death and Taxes. Well, I'm broke. Those brown envelopes keep coming through the slot. Taxman wants everything I haven't got. Can't afford to even keep a home, but she can't get blood from a rolling stone. Can't get blood from a rolling stone. Not if I moved around underground. brought to you by magnetic eyelashes. They fucking suck, alright?
Maybe we'll turn it into butterfly.
Well, this old stone got used to slipping across the sea. Anywhere but here is where you'd find me. A dress is a thing your whereabouts unknown. Woo! But you can't get blood from rolling stone. Can't get blood from a rolling stone. I got my tunes, I'm living the dream. But you can't get blood from rolling stone. Can't get blood from a rolling stone. Can't afford to even keep a home. But you can't get blood from rolling stone. Can't get blood from rolling stone. That's right, ladies. Buy Ardell eyelashes. They say they work, but they do not. Over to you, Geoff. I'm gonna do a little wardrobe fixation.
Great song.
Oh, thank you. Kris is up next. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see you.
I can see you now.
Can you? Well, here's Kris. I'm gonna just like crawl through his legs and delicately lick his anus. I'm gonna
This is a sing-along, everybody at home, please. That's exactly like that. I think the biggest reason that Elon Musk is trying to get into space is because he knows that it's a matter of just a few short years before we kick him off planet Earth. So, in that spirit, this is about how high the rich will go. This is Geoff Berner's song. Wealthy people like to live near the water. They pass their real estate down to their sons and their daughters. Generations so happy, just enjoying the view. But when the water starts rising, you know what they'll do. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Holy Toledo, look at your town. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Now all those singers and actors and philanthropists say the poor are at the top of their priority list. But when the levees start breaking and the barriers fall, where will they be when we come to pay a courtesy call? With their mistresses, wives, pets, children and all, at the top of the hill, behind a fortified wall. 'Cause the rich are gonna move to the high ground. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Holy Toledo, look at your town. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Everybody solo on any instrument you have at home. I see a clarinet over there, Carolyn, and a flute. number, but the scientists find you get the feeling that some people really don't mind to see a new feudal age for the whole human race. 'Cause the rabble will finally be all back in their place. There'll be no revolution, we'll be meek as wet mouses, begging them to let our children serve in their houses. 'Cause the rich are gonna move to the high ground. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Holy Jingle, there's your town. The rich are gonna move to the high ground. Yeah, the rich are gonna move to the high ground. Take me higher to the high ground. Holy Jingle, we're gonna watch the poor drown. 'Cause the rich are gonna move to the All right,
Fun.
Geoff.
Hey.
Yay! Can we go now? I shouldn't play because I just got played. That was good. I'm gonna play a song, another a little bit of nostalgia for the olden days of making shows in places. It's called "Rule of the Road," with apologies to Country Dick Montana. Pack up the gear, pack it up all nice and tightly. Let it tamp down the fear that follows you day and nightly. How could all this delicate circuitry survive all the way? Rumbling from Winnipeg to Thunder Bay. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Well, now you know. You can't say I didn't tell you so. There's only one rule of the road. You got a dream, maybe any chance you take it, and you've assembled a team. How could you not possibly make it? Look out, kid, there's a long, long list starting with Rogers Pass, Pregnancy, Feldman and Associates. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Well, now you know. You can't say I didn't tell you so. There's only one rule of the road. I used to say it was important to travel lightly, but even at that age, I knew it wasn't bloody likely. But if you're a true believer, believe me when I say, drove from Montreal to Sackville and was grateful just to play that very same day. And I forgot to get paid. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Everything that you take on this trip is gonna be broken by the time you get back. Now you know you can't say I didn't tell you so. There's only one rule of the road.
Woo! Yay! Bravo! That's my favorite.
We had some good dancers here too.
Oh yeah, that's great. And while I was like, I love that's my favorite song, but oh hello.
Also Lilith's favorite song. She was dancing too.
She's got good taste. While you were singing, I found another book on the shelf. It's Emily Post Etiquette with illustrations. Ever heard of it?
How come you're not breaking out in a rash just holding it?
Oh, well, they've developed a serum that I can override the societal norms and still function.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's just a monthly spray in an undisclosed orifice.
Oh.
And then I'm fine.
When do they say it should kick in?
Well, I noticed that you guys are all like you did my song and then Kris did your song and then you did you were thoughtful that way. I was like,
but you wrote new songs. That was way better.
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm gonna do the one that Geoff said he liked one time. Like I was like, that was my thought. I'm like, Geoff likes this song. I should do it. It'll be nice for him. So it's Happy to Be Flying Away. It's also one of those nostalgic touring songs because we can't do that anymore. So you're like, remember remember when you used to complain about the thing you loved? Remember how great that was? Now we can't do it anymore. So we're I fucking love winning these carrots and I'm really happy. I just found other interests. And not many, but barely. And I've watched the first 3 days of the lockdown. I watched The Wire, in 3 days, all the seasons.
Whoa.
Bit of a bummer at the end. High body count. Bit of a bummer after I was like, oh god. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just getting a lot of shit done. I know a lot of people are, but I'm just making lists, checking them off, and happy to be flying away. Here we go. Take one. Just picture Paul Rigby on the guitar. Happy to be flying away. Happy to be flying away. Happy to be flying away. But what would you have done to stay if I ever leave this place? I'm never square dancing, Geoff. It was very inspiring. Ooh, I'm gonna introduce my friend, sort of yours, Kris Demeanor. So wait, you go this way.
I'll go this way.
Okay, great. Woo! This is a. Oh yeah, right. Yes. Sorry. Shut in.
It's okay. No, you can.
I'm shutting.
All right. I want to. This is my final song of the evening. I would like to dedicate to my father, who Wilfried from Souk, BC, who every morning puts Kahlua in my coffee, and when I came to his place, had a little 2-pack of Indica Aces pre-rolls on my bed.
I got the sativa ace.
Come on.
Okay, sweet.
And
That's awesome.
and a bunch of Stellas. I don't really drink this, so I hope you have an appetite for it. Don't worry, Dad, I do. And this is called The Perfect Buzz. There's also a special guest in this one as well, who I'm sure you'll all know. He's a funny man with a big heart, and this is called The Perfect Buzz. Thanks everybody for thank you so much to Eli, and thank you to yes. And to the Denman concert series for putting this on. We did it! Okay, I won't scream too loud. Let's do a phantom scream. Here we go. Though getting loaded by 3 was me and Ronnie's explicit intent, the perfect buzz was partly strategy and partly accident. Acid gets me heady, and coke makes Ronnie mean, so we were playing safe with THC. Alcohol, caffeine, we rose at 10 after a good night's sleep and filled the filter full of a freshly ground, dark roasted, fair trade Costa Rican blend. Thick and black as oil, we sipped the pot back steady. The cobwebs started clearing and our palms were getting sweaty. It was already 19 degrees, not a whisper through the trees. In the shade out back I marveled once again at Ronnie's prowess rolling. He was extolling virtues of patience and practice, absolutely no stop. A sleek and filtered pinner of clean and uncut BC bud. I sucked back long and held it longer. Ronnie called me lungs, lying in the grass, sighing, exchanging grins. The world was more interesting than it actually is. I went on about the garden and the benefits of outdoor toil. Got on hands and knees, plucked the weeds, ran my fingers through the soil. Ronnie left, came back with 2 cold becks. Got 4 more, finished them between noon and 1 p.m. A calming swell rose up to meet the heady, frothy crest. The marriage flooded through our blood and brains that came to rest. For generations, Ronnie mused, monks have sought such balance, but theirs is quite a joyless road. Inhale and swallow is my code. Hey, hey! We finally found the perfect buzz. Everybody come and have a hit on us. We wish you all the same. Killing time and killing pain. Take a ride on the perfect buzz. When it's looking harsh and bleak and ominous, or when it's going great. The perfect buzz of it. And she made Ronnie has a tortoise. We watched him eat a dandelion leaf. We found a half-deflated beach ball underneath the porch, bouncing back and forth against the condo wall next door. Whoa, we called the game, played it until Gordon came, checking out the Yamaha 250 that he just restored. I got him to explain the relationship between torque range and the intake manifold. He joined us for a blast, topping up the buzz, drained another Beck's fast. I talked about how fortunate we were to be living at this stimulating, fascinating juncture in history. Ronnie said, I see a world less innocent than what you say. Technology, overkill, planetary decay. He said, they canceled my insurance. I should really read. After breaking, I should probably reject for HIV. Wow, don't kill it. You get back to where you was. Don't you get pulled over to the dark side of the buzz. I got him on his feet. We headed down to 17th and a saunter, shades on, casually ogling girls past the patio, decided on sight. There's nothing on earth better than a patio pipe. Hey, hey, hey! We finally found the perfect buzz. Everybody come and have a hit on us. We wish you all the same. Killing time and killing pain. still. So we found a couple balsa wood planes, a couple double espressos, and a park with a hill. Had a pipe hit, flew the planes until they busted. Played Who Would You Rather Sleep With until we both got disgusted. The sun was descending, we headed home and passed our landlord's house. Wrote on the sidewalk in chalk, Ernie is a panty sniffer! Saw the guy who used to do music reviews for the Sun. He'd take all the promotional CDs, pawn them for heroin. Our next door neighbor was a cop, smoked up, went off duty. He asked us for a pinch, we said, don't play with guns now, Geoff. Settling in lawn chairs in the backyard of dusk. A clarity and serenity bathing both of us. We laid the speakers in the grass and put on swordfish trombones. Elected to bring it home with a South African Merlot. I remembered I still had a couple Xanax from my mom. Ronnie rose and shook my hand. I love this life, I love you, man! Hey, hey! We finally found the perfect buzz. Everybody come and have a hit on us. We wish you all the same. Killing time and killing pain. Take a ride on the perfect buzz. When it's looking harsh and bleeding honest. When it's going great, the perfect buzz will accentuate. We finally found the perfect buzz. 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 All right.
Whoa, that was great.
And you've learned that on ukulele, yeah, Geoff?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Getting
Get
close.
there. Shall we bring her home? Do you have an idea for a finale song?
No, I don't have an idea. Oh, I think Carolyn had an idea.
I think that Eli can make us, like, if he can make all three of us one screen, we can do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll give us one screen. How exactly does that work? Oh, gallery
I
view?
don't think
Gallery view. I'll show you my gallery and then you make it work.
Howdy, but yes, now we're technically in gallery view.
Oh,
Try it.
whoa.
It is on my. I think you have to do gallery on view on your phone itself because I've got it on mine right now. But
Okay, I just have. Okay, come in. Oh yeah, that's good. I got it. So now we'll just. Kris and I will start, and then when it's your verse, you just sing. We'll just wait for you. It'll be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Even if there's latency, it'll work.
If you're latently homosexual, it's gonna be fine.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, great. Okay.
This is a song by Hank Pine.
HP.
Mirror ball. The mirror ball spins 100 shards of light. Like all the scattered stars that shine at night. Like an old drunk spits teeth after a bar fight. Like a blind man given sudden sight. Tonight.
Geoff.
Oh. Your ball fell down in the showers. Went dark. Dancing good on walk in the park. Die from coconuts, then sharks.
Yeah!
Mirror ball will crash and kill us all. 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 Geoff's hands with my hands on. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Eli, for putting on the show and learning all so much all in one day and remaining cool, calm, and collected the whole time.
We think that all the internets worked out theoretically. And
Fabulous.
thanks so much for coming and playing. The next round, hopefully, we'll actually have you in our lovely hall for another show.
Oh man, that's the hall where the medical building went across town at the stroke of 8. And they said there's a lot going on tonight.
So many things going on tonight out here. The eagles and the whippoorwills and all the birds flying around. That's the sum total of excitement on Denman.
Oh man, well, thank you so much. Are we gonna have an after party or what, you guys?
Woo-hoo! Well, thanks everyone who came to show up and watch this whole wackiness. We will do more shows in the future and make sure that we pay the artists to make it all happen in all the right of ways, because we want more art and music to happen. It is good. It is important for all of our souls.
Say goodnight, Kris.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, Kris.
Geoff,
Good night,
it was
Geoff.
really good to see you.
So good to see you, Geoff.
Carolyn, see you next time.
See you next time. Eli, thank you.
Next time, Team Rock.